Hi students, welcome to SPR Editorials. This is me, SP Rajan. So I am SP Rajan alias SPR. Today I'm gonna discuss about Hindu news analysis with the mains perspective. So here I'm gonna analyze an article that has been provided in a Hindu, that too in the mains perspective. I will frame a mains question and I will give you an idea how to write the question. Based on the ideas, kindly practice, which means have a practice, which means daily current affairs will be there, how you can interact with the topic and write the mains question. That will be provided by me, so that will help you more and more in a UPSC exam perspective. If you are really strictly and strongly following UPSC and also strongly preparing for UPSC, you are dreaming to become an UPSC civil servant, then this is a right platform for your understanding, learning and studying and also preparation. So kindly subscribe to this channel and also keep working for more regular content. So here let us get into the concept. So here this is the article that was present in the Hindu newspaper, responsibility and complexity of climate leadership. So here this speaks about climate leadership. Let us understand one thing. So here COP28, it's a part of the climate conferences regularly yearly conducted. So here it is about the presidentship of this COP28. It is to be conducted in a United Arab Emirates, UAE. It has been host nation for it, and also here Minister Sultan Al Jaber, he will be a leading person of it, and also part of United States and European Union or European parliamentarians told that he is a CEO of the Abu Dhabi National Oil Company. Actually, Abu Dhabi National Oil Company is one of the largest oil producing agent of our company of our land, always you can call it as an organization of the world. So here they are saying we are fighting against the oil company, we are fighting against the fossil fuels. Then how can this person become the leading person? So they are opposing, but several countries are also supporting, which means it is telling about the climate leadership, who will be acting as a climate leader. But here if you understand the concept, so here fossil fuel, which is more economies are dependent, which means many countries are dependent on fossil fuels. But now the Sultan Al Jaber has led a Masdar. So Masdar is an organization or company led by him. So here the Masdar is the renewable energy company, which means Sultan Al Jaber told that. So they are also, UAE companies are also investing in more solar and wind projects. So here the giant companies which are majorly dependent on fossil fuels now turning towards the so-called renewable energy. So more than 6 gigawatts of clean power is being produced through them. And also Masdar and IREA and ENA, International Renewable Energy Agencies, they are coordinating and planning to triple their global renewable energy capacity by 2030. So their plans is to triple their global energy, renewable energy. So here this shows that more and more participation of these companies towards the so-called renewable, and also they invested in Bangladesh for producing more renewable energy. So here we can see that, so not only coal, oil and gas, they are converting to the other modes. So here UAE's leadership helping secure investment support from sovereign wealth funds. So now this shows that UAE is planning to invest through sovereign wealth funds and multilateral development banks. So through this they are investing more on climate prosperity. So which means this shows that many companies are coming forward and also they are investing on clean energy. So even this giant companies, those who are majorly dependent on the fossil fuels, now turning towards the best mode of renewable energy. So this is what shown over here. So here we can understand the situation and article what it speaks about. So it speaks about the corporate involvement. Now many private companies also need to be involved in the climate governance. They need to take the responsibility. So based on this topic, let us frame the UPSC mains question and give a beautiful answer to it. So here this is the question of the day. So the question that I'm gonna frame is this one. So you can observe the question what it speaks about. So here the question says, assess the role of corporate leaders in promoting climate action and also mitigating environmental impact of a business operation. So here they are speaking about role of corporate leaders. So here this articles also spoke about so called CEO of Abu Dhabi National Oil Company and Masdar Company, and also here they are organizing Mujib climate prosperity plan. So which means you need to understand overall. So they are investing. So which means a private giants are also taking responsibility. So now this is called as a corporate leaders. How the role of corporate leaders in promoting climate action and mitigating. So here they also have business operation. They also take responsibility over the society. If you consider them, it is very important of role for the so-called corporate leaders. Now I'm gonna provide a model answer. So every day you will be having a 10 to 20 or 15 minutes of video. I'll be providing a model answer. Based on the model answer, you kindly frame an answer, otherwise write an answer, then only it will be more helpful for your examination. Guys, this video is only for serious UPSC aspirants. If you are seriously preparing for UPSC, then subscribe to this channel and also keep following for more content, because this is only for the serious aspirants. So let's get into the concept. So here you can see, first of all, let us give an intro. The intro should be in which means it should not be a complex manner. It should be a basic level and understandable, and provide the content that you need to explain, which means the introduction will deal with the role of so-called corporate, which means directly you'll be understanding the question and you'll be giving it, which means here corporate leaders. If you come to the corporate leaders, they have environmental responsibility and society responsibility. So here, because this corporate is the main source for polluting. So here in the present world, if you consider, the privatization and corporate governance is in rise. We know that privatization is in a next level taking place in the so-called present day world. So here they are majorly responsible for the environment and societal impacts of the so-called climate, which means, so here you can see even many companies or corporate, they are the leading nowadays. So now if you consider, even many communist countries, many socialist countries are converted to the corporate economies. So here now we know that corporate economies are taking their role. So here more people are turning into consumers, which means consumeristic ideology. So here when you're turning to the consumeristic ideology, it is their role to be played, because the role tells that they are the main pollutants. Many corporate agents, companies are polluting the so-called present day world. So here if you are polluting, you are needed to take responsibility. So here this is what introduction speaks about, the responsibility of environment and society and the present day situations, how the privatization is happening, how the people are turning consumers, and also their role as they are the pollutants, they need to take the responsibility. So this will be the intro. So if you come to the role, so which means if you come to the role of this so called our corporate leaders, I will explain through a flow chart, but that flow chart you need to have through subheadings and explanation, everything should be done. So how I will explain, let me show you how I'm going to explain through the flow charts. Actually there is no flow chart for this article, but I'm the one creating this flow chart that will make you better for learning. So here first of all, so here environment targets and settings. So here what is their role? So the corporate should take environmental targets, they need to set up, which means within limited period of time they need to convert to the eco-friendly, environment friendly. That target should be fixed. Next, sustainable practices, which means the corporate companies need to practice sustainable methods. Sustainable methods means what? They need to adapt to the modern technology and other things. Next, engaging the stakeholders and partnership, which means what? So here there are many companies, many stakeholders, which means what are all the stakeholders of a company? Stakeholders means even a consumer, persons involved in employees, everybody becomes part of the so-called company. So here you need to involve them, the corporate, everybody should be involved for the environment responsibility. Then only what we can achieve, then only we can achieve our so-called our climate which means climate action can be taken place. Next, policy. So here the companies have their own unique policy and everything that should be changed. The policy should be changed and made in an environment friendly manner. And next you can see transparency. So which means you need to understand company will be using more fossil fuels, using more energy, using more other forms of non-renewable sources of so-called energy. So here, if the transparency is created, it will prove how much they are wasting water, how much they are exploiting the nature, how much they are. So which means what? The accounting, the counting, the transparency will make them answerable. And next, R&D. So companies need to build R&D so that create a new innovative elements for the better so-called governance. And next here you can see knowledge sharing. So one of the big and important thing is knowledge sharing. So here many companies are selfish attitude. So here you need to change that, and you need to collaborate and have a knowledge sharing for the better governance, and also take a climate action. And next here we can see a few more elements that are prominent for our studies. Yeah. So if we come to environment targets, what are all the environment targets? So here we can see here, wait, I will need to small this pen, make it small. Yeah. So now okay. So here you can see. So here greenhouse gases. So here environment target means you need to reduce the greenhouse gases. That target should be there. Energy efficiency. So here you need to adapt to the energy efficiency. You need to have a data of water wastage. You need to have a target that I will reduce my water wastage. And also supply chain management. So here in the supply chain management also you need to create an environment friendly nature, and also you need to have targets to achieve it. And next, if you come to the sustainable practices, mostly first primarily if you check it over, so renewable energy. So you need to adapt to the renewable energy, and also eco-friendly in nature in a quicker. So which means you need to quickly adapt to this renewable energy, and also other modes of our so-called eco-friendly adaptations. And next, if you come to the engaging the stakeholders, you can see employees, consumers, investors, everybody will be there. You need to government, NGOs, everybody need to coordinate, help, engage, involve. Everybody need to bring a bigger change. And next here you need to see policy change means the regulations, carbon pricing methods, environment friendly methods, and also here environment responsible policy making should be done. And next, transparency, you can see reports, environments, and also environment performance, and also greenhouse gases, water wastage, water waste management, everything should be accounted, everything should be in detail. Then only we will come to know that how much a company is polluting. And next, if you come to the R&D, so R&D means new innovations, clean, and also here clean energy techniques, everything, green innovation, everything you need to invest. It means if you are investing in more modern technology that is more clean in nature, that will be benefiting for the common people, then the climate action can be easily taken. And also here green innovation, these are all the main elements. And next, if you come to the knowledge sharing, which here companies should be collaborating and also have a knowledge sharing, and they need to develop. So here I had taught you in a flow chart method. Mostly I will be teaching you in any images or flow chart or any other method, so that it will be easy for your understanding. This is the topics or subheadings that you need to cover up, which means, so role means how they can play the so-called better role for our so-called environment management, and also here climate action. This is a brief view of the content that is used. So here now you know how the question can be framed, how the topics can be covered. So from this you need to write an answer. So every day I will be providing one question so that it will change your preparation. Even everyday newspaper. So here now this is from newspaper. Now students will understand. So why this video is very useful is, more than Hindu analysis, this video stands to be very important, because if you understand the topic, and if you understand the question, and if you understand how you can answer that question, then primarily it will be easy for you to approach, which means from now onwards you can easily think this question, how it could be asked in UPSC mains, and how I can answer it, how I can utilize the data. So here I am speaking about corporate. So you can give examples and explain. For the example, you can use this Masdar. So next, and you can use this one also, which means here Mujib climate prospective plan. Sorry, this is what. So here from this methods you can give a better answer. This is how you learn, you read editorial, and from that you utilize it into the mains question format. Okay guys, thank you, thanks for the day. We'll be continuing in the next beautiful session. If you want more videos, kindly subscribe. This is me, SPR, signing off.